Shalom. Call halal, Yahweh by Hashem Awashai, by Hashem Rakaha Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops, salutations to all my fellow laborers, doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. And as you can see, I have a treasure here. This is the Holy Bible, Old and New Testaments with the Apocrypha. All right. It's from the American Bible Society, and it was published by Merriam-Moore and Company in 1850. This is official. No, I do have one book that's from 1834. So, but this is a pretty old book, and I'm thankful, and Tawada, many blessings come to the brother who sent it to me. Tawada, so much, brother. And it's kind of fragile. So this is truly one of my most treasured possessions at this point. And what's incredible about this Bible is the precepts that's in it. All right. So, I just opened it up and started looking at it and decided I was going to go to Psalms 149. And you see it's, it's numbered in Roman letters, just like the King James 1611. All right. So I wanted to zoom in on Psalms 149 because I want you to see the precept columns. All these precepts that come with it. Okay. So I'm going to read Psalms 149 and then read a couple precepts. Okay. And that's this one. All right, Psalms 149. Let me move it up. Perfect. And it reads, praise ye Yahweh. Sing unto Yahweh a new song. That's all capitals. So it's YHWH. All right. When it's in all capitals like that. And his praise in the congregation of the saints. So this is to the Israelites, because the Israelites are the saints. Not no one else, just the Israelites. And what's the new song? Well, the new song is that salvation is only for Israel. All right. The truth in the gospel. This is a truth that had to be preached to the four corners of the earth. Then the end shall come. All right. And it says, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing. All right. Praise unto him with the timbrel and the harp. All right. For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. All right. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. So it's telling you that the Israelites, the saints, are his people. All right. And this is a future prophecy that has not happened yet. OK, it says, and he will beautify the meek with salvation. And we are meek and on the bottom. All right. So what does that mean? That means the proud, the people that are on the top, the wealthy. Well, the scriptures tell you that the head will become the tail and the tail will become the head. So who's on the bottom in every society that they're in? Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Who's on the top in this society? Well, that's pretty obvious. All right. The Edomites and especially the small hats. And it says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Then not everyone. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. All right. So when the saints come marching in, it ain't really for nobody else to be singing. All right. It says, let the high praises of God be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. All right. And a two-edged sword in their hand. Okay. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, meaning the other nations. You read it in the NLT, I'm pretty sure that's what it says. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. All right. To execute upon them the judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. And And you can find that list of those saints that are going to do that in Revelation, the 7th chapter. All right. That's how you know that once you get to the 9th verse, that it's not talking about that, those are the scattered Israelites among the heathen. All right. Because only the saints get that honor. Remember in Romans, it tells you, Romans 9, that only the Israelites can serve the Lord. So let's pick a couple of the precepts that they got. So let's move over to the precept column. All right. So I see Romans. I'm going to pick Romans there because I'm going to go through all these later on. But I'm going to go to Romans 8, 19, 20, 21. That's a very good one. And then it also has, let me see. And I'm going to go to Luke 1 and 69. That's a good one too. So it's letting you know that in the New Testament, the Israelites was still under subjection, and the Israelites had enemies, the saints of the Most High. So where's this all this other people, that's supposed to be brought into this thing? That doesn't exist. That's a fallacy. That's not a true doctrine. Okay. So let's go to the ones I started that I called for, and I'm gonna go through these other ones. Got Psalms 147, 16 and 17, 15 and 16 too. What's that? Psalms 1. It says something right there. And it says, let's just move over. He sendeth forth his commandments upon the earth. His word runneth very swiftly. He giveth snow like wool. He scattereth the frost with like ashes. All right. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going until we get to 19 there. All right. Because you couldn't stop there once you started reading it to get the full. So it says, he casteth forth his ice like the morsels. Who can stand before his cold? He sendeth out his word and melteth them. He causeth the wind to blow and the waters to flow. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. As far as his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. So once again, it's all about Israel. And we're going off the precepts that are found in that middle column there. All right. From Psalms 149. So let's see. Well, I'm trying to focus in on that. There you go. You can see that Luke 1 and 69 and Romans 8, 19, 20, and 21. They're right next to each other. So let's go to Romans. All right, you see right there in the middle. You can pause it, and if you don't see it, and look for it. It's right there in the middle, all those precepts there. All right, but let's go to Romans. I'm in love with this book. I can't put it down, man. This is Romans 8. And I was thinking Romans 9, but Romans 8. Oh, I'm in 9. Let me go to 8. 19, 20, 21. It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestations of the sons of God. Who are the sons of God? The saints of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into glorious liberty of the children of God. Who are the children of God? The saints of the Most High. All right. Okay, let's go to Luke. I'm going to enjoy going through this book, reading and going to these precepts, man. And now you see why they don't really make Bibles like this too often, anymore. These precepts are killing them. And this was around the time that the Bible Destruction Group finished there, because they started in the 1700s, and I think it took them almost 100 years to get the Apocrypha removed. So it was right around the time that this Bible was printed in 1850 that they actually, you know, uh, removed the Apocrypha and came with that it's not canon and all that other mess. Why? Because the Apocrypha exposes them. Okay, and the Apocrypha is definitely in this book, and I'm looking forward to going to the Apocrypha and let's see what precepts are in it. That's gonna be the fun part. All right, so let's go to Luke. One and 69. I already know. He cut a lot of Edomites with this one. That's the famous video when a Edomite chick broke down and started crying. But it said, this is wow. Luke 1 and 69. He have raised up the horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. You cannot have the kingdom of heaven ushered in without the house of David being restored. Once again, you cannot have the kingdom of heaven without the house of David being restored. And we just read in Psalms 149 what the house of David is going to do, okay, to bring itself back into power under the authority of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, ignorantly. That J word, we hate that word because that's a false name. So I had a precept in mind and then it slipped. Well, I guess that was enough. And it was so so with that, man, I'm gonna give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, Wa Abababal, Kwam Yasharala. Hallelujah, hallelujah.